Hey there everybody, it's Eric and Laura again, your wardens from St. Mark's. We wanted to make this little video message as another warden's message. It's been a few weeks since Father Mark retired, and we're into a period of change and transition once again. Seems the weather is changing and transitioning as we get into fall. The colors and the leaves are changing, and it's time for us to have some change as well. So we wanted to kind of catch you up on what that change is going to look like and some of the next steps as we go through this motion. And I know it's a little scary for people, and it seems a little strange, but just like the beautiful fall colors that are going to grace the hillsides around us soon, this change can be a beautiful thing as well as we move forward. So what we wanted to talk about first was our search committee, which is now underway, and we really do appreciate everyone who wrote and volunteered to serve on the search committee. We wanted to give you the names of the people who are currently serving on our search committee. And once again, thank you to everyone who is willing to volunteer. But we really appreciate the following people and their willingness to serve. So Sue Phelps is going to be chairing our search committee. She'll be working with the diocese as well as with the vestry as we go through these steps of trying to find our new priest, our next priest. Also serving, we're going to have Laura representing our warden's side of the vestry, along with Lauren Gagnon and Dahlia Blaze, who will also be serving as vestry representatives. For our youth representatives, we're going to have Brian Blaze and Ashlyn Rowley. And then others who are willing to serve, we have Gary Cooney, Eric Laine I, my father, and Arden Meyer. And we really appreciate all those who were willing to serve and took the time to respond for our call. We feel we have a good mix of 8 and 10 o'clock, male, female, young and old, newer members and old-time members. So I think we've got a really strong committee who's going to go forward with that. Laura, do you want to talk a little bit about what the next steps are going to be with that process?
So the search committee has met informally once, formally once. We are meeting again this coming Sunday. We are going to set up our biggest priority at this point in time is to set up a series of what the diocesan office calls cottage meetings. So we're going to start virtually. We'll set up some virtual meetings that people can join, and we hope to have conversations with as many parishioners as possible. We haven't really devised our questions yet, but the gist of it will be, where have we been as a parish? Where are we now? And where do we want to go? What are we doing well? And where do we have some room for growth? And then once we're done gathering that data, if the cottage meetings don't give us enough access to people, we'll get on the phone. Oh, I don't know. We'll do a survey. There's lots of possibilities. And then once we gather enough data, our next step will be to compile it into a parish profile. And then we submit that profile to the diocesan office. And then they will use that profile to match us with potential new candidates. So that's the timeline. That's the process. I don't know what the timeline will be. The people on the committee, like Eric said, I think it's a dream team. We have people who are very committed to St. Mark's, very committed to moving this process forward in a way that's expeditious but not so swift that we leave people behind. So I'm excited about it. It's good work. It's going to bring us closer together. I think it'll bring us closer to God, and it will help us be ready when the diocesan office says, look, here are some names for you. We'll have a good sense of whether those people might be a good fit or not.
And so, again, thank you to everyone who is willing to serve. We wish we could have had everybody involved, but I think we do have a good mixture of voices, and we look forward to that process going forward. The next thing I wanted to mention as well, because I know people have been asking, was Father Mark's final gift. The vestry has compiled all of the money. We have all of that now, and we are grateful for the response. We are going to be doing a small gift presentation with the vestry and Father Mark shortly, at which point we will give him the gift, and we will have that recorded so that you'll be able to see his reaction. Again, just a small little vestry presentation with him, but hopefully all of you will be able to share in that moment virtually. And again, thank you so much for all of the gifts that you have given towards that to honor Father Mark. Thank you very much.
For some people who are a little confused, we're going to present him with a gift certificate so he can meet with the man who makes the guitars, and then he can customize the guitar to his choice. Some people were hoping that like he would play for us on the guitar. That's probably 6 weeks or more into the future. It's not an overnight kind of thing. So, but thank you all for your generous contributions, and I'm sure Mark will appreciate this recognition of his service to our parish for so many years.
And we'll make sure everyone is involved in that, at least in the virtual format. The final thing that we wanted to talk a little bit about is, I know you've heard of other churches who are opening up.
Can I interrupt?
Oh, yeah.
We have one more thing before the final thing. I would just want to remind everybody, please stay in touch. Please reach out. The search committee, on Sunday, I'm going to ask them all if they are okay with sharing their contact information. But if you have a parish directory, they're in there anyway. So, but we'll let you know how to contact the search committee. I'm sure that there are many ways and places where you can reach out to Eric or to me or to Dorothy. Please don't hesitate. If you are in need of something, if you have questions, if you just have ideas you want to share, if you know of somebody who is maybe fallen off our radar, or somebody that we haven't been in touch with, do not hesitate to pick up the phone, to send an email, send a text. Please let one of us know, or anybody else on the vestry, and we will be more than happy to reach out and make sure that people are included. We're thinking about maybe a new little ministry that would support us in that work, but don't hesitate to reach out during this time of transition. It helps us stay together. It's a kind of a two-way process. We want to make sure your needs are met, but you have to remind us what your needs are. So thank you. All right, sorry, Eric, for interrupting.
No problem. The final thing that we wanted to make you aware of is we know that other churches are opening up. The diocese has just given more guidance on larger group meetings within the churches, and before it was very limited. Now the numbers are opening up a little bit. I want you to know that the vestry is considering how we might go about that, what that might look like, but that does take time. We need to, for all of us on the vestry, as I think a church community, we can all agree, the single most important thing is keeping people safe, and that's one of those things that we are very cognizant of, and really considering how do we keep people safe in a possible reopening. How do we open up to everyone who would like to be able to come, but do it in a safe manner. And we are in contact with the diocese and going through their guidance to explore what that might look like, but it does take time. With COVID, I think everyone's aware that things just take a little more time. So please be patient, hang in there with us. We are looking at ways that we can be connected, be in contact, and possibly be back together on Sundays. But it does take time, and we are doing it ultimately for everyone's safety, because we don't want to see anyone sick. So we are working on that. Please be patient with us. We'll do the best we can. And once we have more information, we will make sure to communicate that to you as quickly as we can. I don't know. Do you have anything else to add on that one?
I think that's it.
Awesome. Well, we really do appreciate you taking the time to listen to this little Warden's message, and we'll be back again soon in contact. And please stay healthy and safe out there. We miss all of you. We love you all. You're our family. We're in this together. And stay safe, everyone.